Okay, so it's April. So this is the April video. So let's go to, first of all, we had the first thing I think I'm going to put on this video. I'm not sure. We're going to have a collection of things. We're going to have some stuff in the barn. We're also going to have some videos filmed on Paul Stamp's Finger Lakes Railway. I went to the round robin at Paul's, round robin obsession at Paul's this month, and I took with me my SD70 and my GB50, and I ran them on H06. I ran H06 both days operating, and I think one of the times I had the GB50 longhand forward at one point, and then I have work on the barn. You're going to see how I've been on the barn. There was a little post about it today. You're going to see some stuff in the barn. So let's go and look at that stuff. Okay, this is the start of the barn content. Here we have some stuff cut off. I'm actually going to cut this floor joist, and I'm going to repurpose that wood for the layout, probably. Take the nails out of it and repurpose it. Use it for the bench work because it's good wood. Old wood. I got a tarp over some of the stuff. Let's go in the barn. So we got, this is all rotted here, but this is good. The rest of this is good. So I'm gonna cut off parts of these and then keep more other parts of it. This is all rotted to here, but then after here it's good. Some of these floor joists I'm going to reuse. I'm actually going to fix that beam, not replace it. It's good from there back. You see where the green is. It's a little rotted up in that notch, but then beyond that it's not. So I'm going to cut it there, make a tenon there, and I've got jack posts in the way so I can lift the second floor up. And I'm going to have to replace some of that floorboard, but some of it I'm not going to have to. We'll see how it goes. But I got to jack this up. I got 6 jack posts on the way. They're going to be here in 5 to 6 days. So that's it for there. Now let's go in here farther. As I said, I have to wait until April to do this part of the roof because it is, I have to use my credit card to rent the lift, and I can't rent the lift, and I have to pay off the one credit card, so I gotta wait until April so I can pay off that credit card and then do the rest. But yeah, so that's what we're doing right now. I'm in here doing some work. I got a pry bar. I don't know where I put it. It's back here somewhere. Where I put the pry bar? I'll have to find it and do some work. But yeah, we'll see you in the next bit of video.
Can you call me? Yeah, these two go in there and these two come out. Yeah, the other two are. Okay, come on back. Oh, I do though.
Sometimes those long piles are just, you don't have a lot of swing in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a look at the barn. Looking through here. Over. Raising that camera up awful high. How am I doing that? By keeping it so steady. It's amazing. Okay. Moving out over the barn, a little weird. What's going on here? I'm going up, 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 up. That's a little scary. And I'm up by the peak of the barn. Okay. Okay. Stay calm. Stay calm. Stay calm. Look down. Oh, that's so high. That is high. It's over. It's 25, 30 feet off the ground. Yeah. Okay then. Let's take. Since I'm up here, I might as well take a look inside there. It's still scary. I don't know how I'm doing this, but there we go. There's apparently I burp when I'm nervous. It's down. There's a door. Up steps. There's door. Let's go down. This roof. This roof cannot support my weight, so I'm not walking on it. This is a little nerve-wracking. What would you do if you suddenly could fly? Whew. Let's take a closer look at that door. Let's get in there. Need to. It'd be nice if I could get in there someday. Okay, so here we are back. Now, that was an interesting clip you just watched. Now, this is something that Paul, that the capabilities of doing that is something that Paul Stamp knew about. A couple of the other of my subscribers did who were in Paul Stamp's Discord server, because I couldn't keep it completely secret for very long. And that was, of course, filmed with what's in this bag. Yeah, 3 extra batteries. That's a DJI controller. And what it was filmed with. A DJI Mini 4K. I got the extended flight pack that comes with 2 extra batteries. So I have 90 minutes of flight time with this mini drone. And the rail fanning video they're going to see is actually going to have the first rail fanning footage I used of it. And not only am a certified recreational pilot, I'm filming this on April 24th, and I was supposed to take my drone license pilot exam on the 20th. Unfortunately, my sleep schedule was messed up, and I did not end up taking the test that day. I rescheduled it 48 hours in advance, and it's now on May 13th, I think it is. So I have to be in Rochester, in Brighton at 1:15 p.m. on the 13th. So I do not have my pilot's license yet. After I get my license, then I have to get a remote ID transmitter and put it on this drone somewhere. I don't know where exactly they put it. And register the drone, because then with the remote ID thing, it'll then be over 250 grams. So that way, I don't have any problem with monetization on someday that that my channel gets monetized with any drone footage I use. So yeah, that's a new toy. Now let's go back to the barn. Okay, so it is April 21st. I was supposed to take my test for my drone license yesterday, but I had to reschedule because my sleep schedule is all messed up. So we're out here. We start work on this because over here we have SJ61T Skyjack, 61 feet 8-inch vertical lift, 51 feet 8-inch horizontal, with a 51 feet 8 inches horizontal. It has a lifting capacity of 660 pounds. So we are going to be starting on cutting apart the roof today. So I'm going to go in and put my phone back on the charger and get to work, and I'll update you in a bit. Alright, now I'm up here. Lift was of course delivered early this morning, about 7:10 in the morning, 7:20, something like that. And I did some work, did about 4 hours of work, and then went in, had something to drink, had something to eat, and then fell asleep and woke up about 4, something like that. Came out here at 5, and let's turn around and see what I've done. There we have that stripped down to the cedar shakes. Those are shingles from over here. I was going to cut it with the Sawzall, but I tried that over here, over there in the corner, and it just wasn't working right because I needed a pry bar and I couldn't see very well. So I'm tearing apart shingle by shingle, layer by layer, tearing it down. And you can see, got the bucket on the roof, stabilization, doesn't move much, and we got all that to work. But I'll get this section done today, and then tomorrow we'll start on that section, and we'll get that section done, and then at some point got to get up there. That might come out a lot easier because it's all broken from, there's a dresser underneath that bump there. But and this whole roof had carpenter ants in it. There's a bunch of them right down there. Yeah, all that mess is carpenter ants. You can see all the rot over there. But it didn't get into that beam. That beam's good, so we're good there. So we'll be back, show more. Alright, now it's like 11 in the morning right now, and I'm starting, and I've done a bunch of work already. I started at 7:30 in the morning, at 2.5 hours of work, and now I'm back at it again. You can see I ripped off shingles and cedar shakes off of that section. We got all the sting shingles off of this section all the way over to there. And now we're working up that way, up to the upper part of the roof, and then we'll work on that rest of that on the way back down. Alright, we're back in the drone. You can see the controller on in the basket there, and pulling some shingles off by hand. They pretty much peel right off, except those ones right up the peak. Those are a little bit of a problem. Working hard, trying to get things done. So, hopefully we get all this done quickly. But this drone really makes it nice to get some different angles, some full picture views. It's a little bit shaky here. I'm not quite sure why. It tends to do that when it's just for a little bit after it's put up. I need to remember that happens so I can fly it around a little bit so it stabilizes itself. Because it tends to drift a little bit when I'm flying it. And let's end this clip and go to the next one. Okay, so it's like 9 in the morning on April 23rd. Third day of having the lift. And this is a 61-foot lift. I figured it would be enough to reach the back there. Well, I'm here, and I don't think I'm going to reach the back there. Right now, the boom should only be at about 30 feet because of the, it's down there. It's down there, and that's right at the corner of the barn, so it's about 20, 30 feet up to where I am. But then you also have the angle up. So I think I'm just about at 51 feet because whenever I move this thing, I have it sitting on this wall here. Whenever I move this thing, it's swaying a lot. So I think I've reached just about the operational capacity of this at the angle it is. So I don't think I'm going to get back there. However, I can try, and I'm going to try it. Handy thing about having a drone is to ground measurement. So I can measure how tall that is, and I can figure out if I can reach it. If not, I'm going to have to rent the 86-foot boom for a day or so and finish with that. Or another option I have is I don't know what else I have. Guess I'm gonna have to rent the 86-foot lift because demolition permit, I said I was going to tear off the entire roof. I don't know if he is going to accept only partial tear off and then them fixing, and then when they do the roof, doing the rest of it then, or not. He might be willing to work with me on that one because I couldn't reach it. I figured I would reach it enough, but Blitzak does have an 86-foot boom, so I should have rented that one, I guess. But I don't think I can afford to rent that one for a week. That's more expensive. So right now, I'm up here working. I'm gonna do some work, more work up on this higher part, and then I gotta work my way down, and I gotta go and get a rake so I can rake some of the debris down farther. And then I gotta tear apart the cedar shakes and the decking down there. I got the decking up here. I gotta take all this off, try and get some of the junk off of the floor down there, and then I gotta go to Batavia later today and get the tarps and put tarps over it. And if I can reach up there with the 51 foot, with the 61 foot, which I don't think I'm going to be able to. But we'll see. See how it goes. Okay, now one final thing for purchasing here in this video is this package from Midwest Model Railroad, and I'll open this and then we'll see what's in it. Okay, there's our package. Open. We have one locomotive in it. That's all I bought for model train stuff this month. I kept it to one locomotive. I might buy another one later. But I gotta get the tarps and stuff. I'm going to Batavia after I edit this video, and then I can go there. And then I can know how much money I have left over. So here we have our new locomotive. This is another Guilford system locomotive. This is one that I did not know was in the area, and then I saw it was available on Midwest Model Railroad one time when I was looking through adding stuff to wish lists. And I looked up the road number, and I found this actually came on CSX in 2018. So this can run on CSX to interchange with the Finger Lakes Northern at some point. This is, of course, is a GP40-2LW, ex-Canadian National, which means I now have two GP40-2LWs. We have CN 9626, which is still a Canadian National, and then we have this one, which I'm not sure what MEC 518 used to be, but now we have two GP40-2LWs. So, you might see this one on the way out occasionally. I really want to use primarily the G&W switchers on the layout from now on. But, yeah, that's our new locomotive purchase for April. Now let's go back out to the barn. Okay, so, had a very interesting thing happen to me. I'm up here, I'm over there, working in the basket, and of course, you work in one area, you use the emergency stop button to shut down the lift when you're working in that area, and then you start to pull the emergency lift back up, you start it up again, and then you run the lift again. Yeah. There was one time it didn't want to start. I just pushed the emergency stop button and pulled it up again. That was the first day I had it. Never no problems the last 2 days until about 9 in the morning, at which I get down there, I go to move the basket, pull the emergency stop button up, No beep in the control basket. Ooh, and not good. Push it down, pull it back up, nothing. Try to start it, won't start. So I have to call Litsac. They send a guy over. He gets me down, and then he finds that the control for the emergency button had fallen out of where it goes. And so he put it back in, showed me how to fix it if it goes wrong. And then I went back to work, and it wouldn't shut off with the emergency stop button, and then it finally did, and it started back up, so hopefully it runs fine. If it doesn't, I know how to fix it. But little development here. I'm actually standing on the barn. The basket is right there. Yeah, there's a basket. I moved it close, and I'm standing on the barn where the floor ends right there, and then it's a 10-foot drop. But I'm good here. This is all stable and sturdy. It's not moving anywhere. So I have been taking apart these boards, pulling these boards apart, and I've cut one rafter. That's a good piece left of a rafter. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that wood. I'm going to keep it because it's old growth timber. If we worth some money, I can probably sell it or whatever. Or I might just use it to build the model railroad. That's good bench work wood. It'd be kind of cool. I'll have a bench work with using the old growth timber that the barn was made out of. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Yeah. Also, I have a bunch of now. Most of the cedar shakes on this roof were destroyed. They were wet. It's unbelievable how wet this roof was underneath. The shingles, 4 layers of shingles, and then you have the cedar shakes. And I found some that are decent. I'm going to sand those down, use some wood filler on them, and I'm going to use those to make the sign. It's not going to be fancy or good, nice, or anything like that, but I'm going to use those to make the sign for people who donate to the GoFundMe, which will be hopefully in the description, and maybe a bit more personal to the barn. The sign made out of the cedar shake, some of the good cedar shakes I managed to salvage off the roof. Be a nice little thing. Right. So that is it for this update, this little clip. I'm going to continue working up here. Actually, I might take a break and go down and go over to the store and get something to drink. Leave the basket up here because I can go down the stairs back here and go get something to drink, maybe. Get something to eat. Because I haven't eaten breakfast yet. And I've been out here working for 2 hours. Not counting the half an hour that I was stuck in the air. So, we're looking good. Coming in under budget. Yeah, however, I do have one thing that I'm going to have to add to the budget, which will put it up to, I'm estimating $37,000. I'm going to have to rent an 86-foot lift because this 61-foot lift is a 51-foot horizontal reach, but it's getting a little wobbly when I get up on top of that wall, which is roughly 31 feet away from the lift, approximately 31 feet horizontal, but it's a 51-foot lift, boom extension. So I think I'm going to have to rent the 86-foot lift and attack it from over there. Put it up there because the 86-foot one has a jig on it. It's elevated more off the platform at the base, and it has a jig, so it can. I think it's got a 6-foot jig, so I can get up above that roof and pull it apart because I have to take the whole roof off. That's in the demolition permit, so the whole roof has got to come off. So that will be next month that I rent the 86-foot lift for a day. This is just going to take me a day to rent that lift to do that because I did most of this I did in 2 days, in 16 hours total. So I rent an 86-foot lift for a day. I can knock out that little bit for, even if I have to just take the Sawzall and cut through it, I can knock that off in 1 day. So we're looking good for that. It's $990 to rent the 86-foot lift for the day. So that we're looking good for that. Pay off my credit card again, but get that lift, and we're good. So yeah, we're looking good. Looking good. So that's it. That's probably going to be it for this update. I will actually, I'll have interspersed the mail call in the middle of it. So you've already seen the GP40-2LW and AC518 that I got. So from CP Silver Springs, Milepost 360 of Norfolk Southern Carolina, keep on loving trains. Tim out.